In this video, I'm going to talk about and explain about separation anxiety and also Josh. All that and more coming up. Hello dog lover, my name is Saro. I'm a dog trainer, also coach dog owners. If this is your first time, welcome. In this video, I'm going to talk about how to deal with separation anxiety. Many of you have been advised to use this tool and that tool and to do this and to do that, but you're still having some challenges with separation anxiety. Don't worry, I'm going to explain it all and it's all going to make sense. And also I'm going to share with you some solutions that you can use to help your dog to deal with separation anxiety. But before we get to do that, let me introduce you to Josh. Josh is a mixed breed. He's a handsome boy, as you can see. He has 4 or 5 breeds mixed in there, and he's going to be in this video with me today while I'm explaining about separation anxiety. So one of the problems that many dog owners have is that they're leaving their dog's home and their dog is having a hard time dealing with the being left home alone, or in general they get anxious or develop anxiety, which we call it separation anxiety. But one of the first things that you have to find out is the anxiety towards being separated from certain individual or certain place, like their favorite home or their favorite crate or their favorite bed maybe, or they get anxious to go somewhere. For example, some dogs who come to our daycare, they get anxious just for being in the daycare environment, but they do well at the home environment. Or maybe the dog is feeling anxious about certain things. Could be that they're missing their toy, or they're missing their favorite couch, or they're missing their favorite routine throughout the day. So that causes them to become anxious. So in general, you have to find out first what is it that is causing your dog to be anxious. In most cases, I would say is separation anxiety towards a person. So your dog may be missing you while you're going out or leaving them home alone, or it could be that they're missing the whole family. So one of the first things that you want to understand is that dogs are social animals. What that means is that dogs love to be around another social beings. That could be a human, could be dogs as well. But because dogs have been bred to live with humans and for humans, therefore dogs are very attached emotionally and physically in general to humans. We have bred them to live with us, to work with us, to stay with us, and therefore they're naturally they're attracted to the idea of being social around humans and being around and having that human accompanied with them. So in a way, if you're leaving your dog alone, you're telling your dog that you're not part of my pack, you're not part of my social group. So in a way, you're giving the message to the dog that you are punishing your dog for certain things. They have no idea why they're being punished, and you're leaving them home alone, and they feel like that you're punishing them for doing something and they're being punished. So in a way, your dog doesn't know, first of all, why is it being left home alone, and second of all, they think that they're being punished. By understanding this fact, you can understand that you can't just leave your dog home alone all of a sudden. You have to kind of teach them that what you're doing, it's not a punishment, and you're not just punishing your dog by leaving your dog home alone. So what you have to do is, in a way, take some few steps before leaving your dog home alone. So first step is that you have to start planning ahead. You can't just all of a sudden start leaving your dog home alone from tomorrow. You have to plan ahead, maybe 5-6 months ahead, and start training your dog to get used to the idea of being home alone. The second thing that you can do is start teaching your dog the wait command. The wait command is different than stay command. Stay command, is a command that we teach the dog to stay in that position, in that spot, and we are visible to the dog. So the dog has that visual of us in front of the dog. But weight is different. By the way, I'm going to link the video that I teach you how to teach your dog to stay, and I'm going to link that video right here. You can go ahead and watch that. Now the wait command is a little bit different. The wait command is long and you are not visible to your dog. The way you're going to teach this is you're going to teach the dog stay first. So you can teach your dog to stay up to 3 minutes or 5 minutes and you're visible in front of your dog. And then you move on to teaching your dog the wait command. The wait command is going to be longer than 5 minutes obviously and up to 4 hours. So you're going to teach your dog to stay in a room and then you're going to leave the room for instance and come back in 10 seconds. You're going to tell your dog to stay or wait and you're going to leave the room and you're going to come back in 20 seconds and on to the point that you can leave your dog for an hour and come back and your dog is in that position, and then you're going to work on to make it to 2 hours, 3 hours and then 4 hours. The maximum that you want to leave your dog home alone is 4 hours. So this way you can teach your dog to wait for you instead of being stressed and not knowing what he's supposed to do. When you teach your dog to wait, your dog has a purpose. Your dog has a goal. Your dog knows exactly what's going on and your dog knows that you're going to be back soon. Whether if it's in 4 minutes or 4 hours, you'll be back. So instead of investing in tools and solutions that don't work, like jackets or aromatherapy or leaving the radio or TV on while you're away, these are all temporary solutions. So what you want to do is invest in training your dog for a long time, 5 to 6 months, until your dog is nice and comfortable and ready to be left alone, and then you can leave your dog home alone, and then you're going to see that your dog is going to have less anxiety when you're leaving your dog home alone. Isn't that right, Josh? And by the way, there are some dogs that they enjoy being alone for a short time, for example, but I'm sure Josh doesn't like to be left alone at all. He loves to have a human company all the time around him. So it all depends on your dog. We don't want to generalize this idea of all dogs can tolerate being alone, but some dogs they enjoy it, some dogs they can't tolerate it, and sometimes what you have to do is teach them, train them, and also sometimes you may have to hire a professional to come and look after your dog after a few hours they're left home alone while you're at work, or you can send your dog to a daycare, or you can ask a family or friend to come and walk your dog out every few hours. I hope all these solutions and ideas are going to give you a good start to help you the separation anxiety of your dog. And if you have any questions, leave those questions in the comments area. And if you want to have a well-behaved, healthy and happy dog, consider subscribing to my channel and hit the bell icon as well so you will get notified as soon as I post my next video. If you like this video and if you like Josh, hit that like button, and until next time, have fun with your dog. See you guys. I'll see you next time.